Have you ever struggled with what to get your family for Christmas? Maybe your kids don't need more stuff. Maybe your adult children are impossible to shop for. Or maybe you just wish you had more time together, more memories, more moments that last. If you've ever thought, I just want to make memories with the people that I love, then you're in the right place. Welcome aboard, travelers. I'm Kristi McCullough with Harbor and Holiday Travel Company. I help busy professionals and empty nesters design their bucket list vacations with confidence. And today I'm sharing 3 meaningful ways where you can gift travel experiences for Christmas and become the hero for the holidays. Most families tell me the same thing. We don't need more stuff. We just want some more quality time together. And travel really does that for you. It allows you to almost press the pause button. It gets you away from work, school, schedules, and routines, and it helps you just focus on what's most important in your life, the people. Experiences that you have together, they really age well, and stuff just doesn't. So maybe you feel like I did when I was raising my kids. They had a lot of stuff. They had so many toys and games and books and clothes and things that they received from a lot of other people in our family, especially since both of my children had birthdays in November and then Christmas quickly followed. One of the things I really prided myself on was taking family vacations, getting our kids beyond our community and helping them see different locations and cultures and places where people lived and have fun in the process. So one of the ways you can pull this off is you can have a Christmas morning surprise trip. Oh, that's right. The kids wake up on Christmas morning, they open a box, they get out a note, and it says something like, "Pack your bags, we're leaving today." You see, I actually did that with my children. My children were 2 and 7, and they had so many toys and so many things. They didn't need any more stuff. But being a teacher, I had a lot of time off at Christmas. And this one year, we weren't even coming back to school until almost like January 7th. We had so much time. And so I decided that I would surprise my kids with a trip to Walt Disney World. That's right. When my 7-year-old, who was in 1st grade learning how to read, when he woke up that morning, there was one big square box beside the tree. And he opened it up, and there was a card inside. And that's exactly what it said. "Pack your bags, we're going to Disney World." You know what? That was such an impressive memory. I'd already had our suitcases packed. He was a little frazzled though. He needed to plan things out. And so he's like, "Today? Right now?" "Yep, we're going right now." And so we cleaned up some of the things from Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and we got in the van and we started heading south. We went straight down Interstate 75. And I remember that my son was very quiet in the back seat, really thinking and contemplating and mulling this over. He almost didn't speak until we got to the Georgia state line, and we live in Indiana. So yeah, it was a shocker, that's for sure. But it was a great memory, one that we will always have. We went to Walt Disney World during the busiest time of the year, but also the most magical, with the lights and the special Christmas parades. And my daughter was 2 years old at the time, and she was just mesmerized by the characters, the princesses and Mickey Mouse. I actually remember that she fell asleep in the stroller during one of the parades that we had at Hollywood Studios. Well, it was called MGM back in the day. She woke up just as the cars with the characters were going by, and she raised up, and guess who she saw? Mickey Mouse. And that sweet little 2-year-old voice raised up out of the stroller and was saying, "Mickey, hi Mickey, hi Mickey." I mean, that is a memory that I'll carry with me forever. Maybe your kids are a little bit older. Maybe they're in high school and they have some break time in between semesters. And this is perfect if your children are actually college students. That age group is a wonderful time to plan a surprise Christmas trip because they have a clear, definite break between the semesters. And so they come home after finals, they're exhausted getting used to this new schedule and their new life on campus, and they are ready for a break. They are ready to check out. So help them catch up on some laundry and then take off. Go for a Christmas break trip. And what better way than to surprise them on Christmas morning? What if you're thinking, Kristi, you're crazy. I cannot pull this off. We cannot have a surprise trip. My kids have to know things. I can't just spring something on them. Plus, they have jobs, they have things, they have activities that are going on during Christmas break. We cannot leave. Okay, well, there's another option. You could actually plan a trip for 2026 and you plan that together. Maybe you let them know about a fun surprise trip, not right now, but for spring break or summer break or fall break. It gives plenty of time for budgeting and planning and reworking your schedules, and it also works in getting everyone involved. This kind of surprise is great for a Caribbean spring break or a summer trip to Europe or even a family cruise. Simply think about the destinations that your family absolutely loves and surprise them with a trip to that location. One year, this is exactly what my husband did for me. Oh, it wasn't a family trip, it was a girls' trip. That's right, I had been married, about 16 years at this point. And so we had a teenager, my daughter was in elementary school by this point, and I was thick in all the throes of being a mom, right? A working mom. And my girlfriends from high school, they had started taking just a short little trip to Florida, to St. Pete Beach. And boy, I was really wanting to go. But at the time I was a teacher and they were doing this during a time when we did state assessments. So there was no way I was getting time off. But my job transitioned and I actually went to work at the college level. And my husband knew that I was available now to go on this trip with my girlfriends. But I didn't really want to spend the money on myself. I really didn't, feel like I could take time off. I kind of felt guilty about going away and leaving my family at home. But my husband was not about it. Nope, he said, this is exactly what I needed. And so he made arrangements with my friends. He even notified my boss at work and told them that I would be going on this girls' trip. He bought the plane ticket for me, and then he wrapped it up in one of my Christmas presents. So I got presents, but I also got a plane ticket in addition to that. Option number 3 is to announce a big family trip for next Christmas, for Christmas 2026. Simply reveal the intention that for next holiday season, we will be spending it in a fabulous location. Maybe it's something tropical like Hawaii. Maybe you're going to take a Caribbean cruise. Maybe you're going to spend some time in the mountains in Colorado. Whatever your family loves to do, then take that time between Christmas and New Year when everybody has to get back to their schedules and just spend it together. You know who this is perfect for? Multi-generational families. That's right. Grandma and grandpa, mom and dad, the kids can all go together to have an experience of a lifetime. What this does is it allows everybody to arrange their schedules, everybody to help out with the planning, and to keep the budgeting in mind as well. One of my favorite experiences happened just last year between Christmas and a little bit after New Year's. We had a multi-generational trip with my family, my mom and my brother and my aunt, and we were able to go on Royal Caribbean's new cruise ship, Utopia of the Seas, and we were there for New Year's Eve. Now, I'm from Indiana, and it's usually very cold here for New Year's Eve, and New Year's Eve is kind of boring. But you know what? I had the absolute best time with my family celebrating New Year's Eve on a cruise ship. And another thing that was really fun is my brother's birthday is January 2nd. And you know what? Nobody wants to party on January 2nd. Everybody is all partied out, but not on a cruise ship. Nope. On January 2nd, we actually went to their private island, Coco Cay, and had a fabulous dinner in the main dining room for my brother's birthday. Now, let me tell you how I can make this easy. You don't have to do this alone. I'm here to help you every step of the way. As a matter of fact, I just wrapped up my final Zoom meeting with a family today who announced last Christmas that they would be spending this Christmas in Waikiki Beach, Honolulu, Hawaii. How exciting is that? So we've got Grandma and Grandpa, we've got the kids, we've got the grandkids. We have planned where they're going to stay. We've planned excursions to Pearl Harbor, Diamond Head, and they're going to go horseback riding at Kualoa Ranch. So many fun things. They're getting so excited. You talk about memories. Yeah, these kids don't need more stuff. No, I mean, you could take stockings and a few gifts and things like that, but they don't really need stuff. You know what they need? They need memories with their grandparents. Their grandparents are 70 years old, right? And they are going to spend almost 2 weeks with them in a tropical paradise. For Christmas Eve, they are attending a luau where they're going to be entertained and fed and just have one of the best Christmas Eve meals. I've helped that family every step of the way, from determining what flights they should take to deciding what would be the best hotels, accommodations to actually serve all 9 people that are going in their family. We have planned rental cars, we have planned excursions, we have booked reservations for dining, and we've also included a lot of downtime as well. We've mapped out how they're going to go to the Dole Plantation and spend their last evening watching the sunset and having a family hibachi meal. I mean, it's going to be epic. And so you don't have to do this alone. I'm here to help you, and I can work with you to decide what would be the optimal destination for your family. And then also, what would be those accommodations, the travel, the transfers, and any excursions that you would want to do. I help you by meeting with the suppliers, getting everything in place, meeting the deadlines for final payments so you don't forget. I also help you by putting all of the individual pieces of the itinerary in one location on an app that you have on your phone with all of the important details at your fingertips. And if you're thinking you really want something under the tree for your family to open, you can also get a Harbor & Holiday Travel Company gift certificate. A gift certificate where you pay for a certain amount, and then that is housed in your account here. And then when you are ready to book your trip, everything would come from that gift certificate. So guys, if you want to be a hero for the holidays, whether that's surprising your family with a trip this year, or revealing a future trip, or even surprising them with an epic adventure for Christmas 2026, I'd be happy to help you bring that vision to life. So send me a message at Kristi@harborholidaytravel.com, or simply go to my website, harborholidaytravel.com, and schedule a consultation, and we could meet and talk about your big Christmas dreams. So I wanted to ask you, have you ever traveled over the holidays? Put in the comments where you've traveled with your family during the holiday season. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And whatever you do this Christmas, I hope you find joy in the journey.